Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I am Mike, and I'm gonna be hard. This is gonna be a hard-ass video to make. What's your favorite scary movie? I was home watching television. The Exorcist was on. Got me thinking of you. Besides, it takes a man to do something like that. Stupidity leak! Don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel. Maybe that's because I'm not Randy. It's called tact, you fuck rag. Just getting mad, Randy. Better leave her alone. Get it? Leave her alone. What? It's a joke. I'll send you a copy. Bam. Bitch went down. Instead, stupid bitch. Sheriff, I didn't kill anybody. Thanks, Hank. We're on top of it. Muscle mass has increased my acceptance as a serious police officer. Sorry if my traumatized life is an inconvenience to you and your perfect existence. It's the millennium. Motives are incidental. If you're the only suspect in a senseless bloodbath, would you really be standing in the horse section? Pig's blood. Same stuff they use for blood and carry. Yeah, we put her out of her misery, because let's face it, Sid, your mom was no Sharon Stone. Surprise, Sydney. Get it up! Get it up! I always had a thing for you, Sid. Watch a few movies, take a few notes. It was fun. You should never say who's there. Don't you watch scary movies? It's a death wish. Might as well come outside to investigate a strange noise or something. What did Mama tell you? When I wear this badge, you treat me like a man of the law. Hello? Look, Kenny, I know you're about 50 pounds overweight, but when I say hurry, please interpret that as move your fat tub of lard ass now! You never told me your name. Why do you want to know my name? Because I want to know who I'm looking at. Janitor's your superior. She looked dead, man. Still does. I never thought I'd be so happy to be a virgin. I've compiled my top 10 in no specific order quotes from the movie Scream. This is maybe it's at least top 10 most quotable movies of all time, for me in my life at least, and one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Maybe my favorite horror movie all time. I don't know, it's crazy. But I do love this movie. Wes Craven and the crew created just an absolute fucking classic. A horror classic that changed the genre and saved the genre. And I'm going to do one of these for, I believe, every Scream movie. So long as this one does well. If only you and your great uncle watch this and it has 7 views, I'm probably not going to spend the time going through it. But, you know, whatever. I'll make it for myself and I won't show it to anybody, you fucking dicks. And there's going to be stuff that surprises you in here too. For instance, what's your favorite scary movie is not on this list for me. It's a great line. I think all the lines in Scream are great. But to me, it might be the most popular line, but it just didn't make my top 10. So that's just me. Don't get mad. Or do. I don't know. Write your local congressman. I'll be right back. And then that's kind of in 2 parts of the movie where Randy's like, and never say you'll be right back, because you won't be. And then, but what I'm talking about specifically is when Matthew Lillard does it walking out of the door. He's like, I'm going to go grab a beer. Do you want one? I'll be right back. And he's like, see, no, you won't be. But just I'll be right back as a quote in itself. Fucking classic.
There are certain rules that one must abide by in order to successfully survive a horror movie.
It made it cool to be a fucking movie dork, I feel like. You know, I know Randy was the dork and he even does the stupid spray thing in Scream 2 where he's like, this time the geek gets the girl. But that whole thing, the whole meta thing they did with the movies, I think a lot of us movie nerds really connected with that. And that's just another layer of why Scream was such a big deal for us. This next line is from Ghostface, and it is absolutely my favorite Ghostface line of all time. It was the first time he really snapped on somebody, and when you're watching the movie, it cuts the tone really fucking fast, gets you on the edge of your seat. And that's when he's talking to Drew Barrymore, and she's starting to hang up the phone on him, and he says, "No, you listen, you little bitch! You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish!"
No, you listen, you little bitch. You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish, understand?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Now I'm scared. You know, that really drove it home. And it's my favorite. And I've never heard the phrase before this movie, gut you like a fish. That just stuck with me. I was like, damn, that's kind of fucked up, dude. I love that line so much. Next up, Principal Henry Winkler made the list. His performance in this movie, albeit short, is just fucking amazing, man. Now, what's so special about his character and about Scream in general is that another layer to these movies is the red herrings. And we're like minutes before he dies, he even paints himself as a red herring with this speech that he goes on. He's got those 2 kids in his office. They just ran around doing pranks wearing the ghost face mask. And his exact quote that got me when they're like, expelled? That's not fair. Fairness would be to rip your insides out and hang you from a tree so we can expose you for the heartless, desensitized little shits that you are. And that exact line right there was like, oh, fuck. Not only did he divulge details about exactly what Ghostface did to Casey Becker, but this dude fucking hates teenagers. So it makes so much sense that he's sick of their fucking shit. They're all little assholes, and he's the one out going around killing these people.
absolutely right. It is not fair. Fairness would be to rip your insides out, hang you from a tree so we can expose you for the heartless, desensitized little shit that you are.
And then Wes Craven killed him like 10 minutes later. I fucking love it. Now we go to the kitchen with Billy's angry scene, and just one of the lines that always stands out to me, and I think it stands out for a lot of people, is when he says, "Now, Sid, don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative."
Don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
I love that, how angry he was in that moment, and just the line's great. And that was my favorite part of Scream 5 too, when he's in the back seat and you could tell they like harnessed that angry Skeet Ulrich, you know, when he was finally like, "It's time to get out there and slit some fucking throats." It was that kind of anger when because he's always so calm and like trying to be the cool dude, that when he raises up to that, you're like, oh fuck, I get it. This dude's a fucking cuckoo bear. You got to get a Nev Campbell line in here going with this one. And I think that the most meta cool line, now she has a lot of awesome lines in Scream 2, and she has awesome lines here too. Like I said, I love every line in the fucking movie. There's not a single word of dialogue I don't love about this movie. But the one I went with Sydney is going to be when she's talking to Ghostface, and she still thinks it's Randy or something, but it's this ultimate meta commentary that she has on horror movies, including the character she's talking about is basically herself. When she says, "What's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be running out the door." It's insulting.
What's the point? They're all the same. Some stupid killer stalking some big-breasted girl who can't act, who's always running up the stairs when she should be going out the front door. It's insulting.
Another one, now we're going to go, you guys know I love Stu, all right? You know I love Stu. I had to fight myself to pull a lot of Stu lines out of here and leave them out. But I got to go with, my mom and dad are going to be so mad at me. My mom and dad are going to be so mad. In the middle of all this goddamn bloodbath, and this crazy shit that's happening, he can fucking crack you up, and then in the next minute where Billy's running around the house covered in feathers and blood, you can get right back into it. It's a movie that somehow can do that. Like, you can be in the middle of this gnarly shit that's happening, but Stu can crack a joke, you can laugh your ass off at it, and then go right back to, oh shit, what's next? Scream does that better than any movie does, I think, the original specifically. And a lot of this shit, including the next line that I'm going to say, was ad-libbed by Matthew Lillard in the moment, and that's,
Boy.
Fucking hit me with the phone, Dick!
"You fucking hit me with the phone, dick!" God damn, he's so great in this movie. And you know what? He's still alive. I'm sorry if that upsets you, but he actually hit him with the phone in that scene, and that's where that came from. And I love that they called back to it in Scream 5 when she hits Richie with the phone. Dick.
What do you want?
To see what your insides look like.
And for number 9, we're going back to Ghostface when Drew Barrymore's on the phone, and it's so short, but it's so fucking cold, man. When she's like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "To see what your insides look like." And he even holds out like the verbiage a little bit longer. Roger Jackson is a damn beast, man. That guy is so underrated for this entire franchise. Scream would not be Scream without him. But yeah, "To see what your insides look like" is my number 9. And then finally, number 10. And again, these are in no specific order whatsoever. It was hard enough just to come up with 10 of them. But we're going back to Randy with the...
The police are always off track with this shit. If they watch Prom Night, they'd save time. There's a formula to it. A very simple formula. Everybody's a suspect.
A very simple formula. Everybody's a suspect. And that's going to be my top 10 favorite Scream quotes. I mean, it's really hard to choose. You know what I mean? You might be surprised that she's no Sharon Stone. Let's face it, Sid, your mom's no Sharon Stone isn't in the top 10. And it barely wasn't. I actually accidentally listed 11, so I had to go with one at the last second. But who cares, man? They're all amazing quotes. But if I had to pick 10, these would be my 10. So what is your favorite quote from Scream, the original movie? You can even put your top 10 down below if you want to. Let me know, comment down below. And also, please subscribe, click the bell, make sure, because if you guys want, we'll do this for every video. Let me know if you guys want that. But also, we're going to have all the Scream 6 updates your little heart can handle, Halloween Ends, all that stuff. Constant videos like this, so please subscribe and click the bell, or else YouTube won't tell you we exist, because they don't like us, because we say dirty words like fuck, shit, cock, and they don't enjoy that. So really would appreciate that. You guys have an amazing fucking day.
Hey guys, this is Mark Wahlberg, and I just wanted to take a second to talk to you about We Watched a Movie. They got a really good Patreon going on over there. They'll do videos for you based on any of their characters. They'll do commentaries for you. They'll do movie reviews for you. They got behind-the-scenes videos. You got 20% off of all their merch. They'll even make you your own video store card like Blockbuster back in the day. They got commentaries just sitting there waiting to be fucked by your movie ears. I'll put the link below. We gotta outrun the wind.
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
What are you gonna do on October 31st?
Here comes that white-faced fucker, an asshole like no other. He's a big old piece of shit. Wants to stab your sister's tits 'cause he's a white-faced fucker.